prosecution team. And yesterday, there were two times when he violated court rules or court orders of the court regarding evidence. The second time, immediately after being instructed otherwise and not to do it. And then the third thing that happened was discovery that we had requested many times, and everybody agrees we had requested, and the state had requested, and it had been withheld and was, we were given for the first time yesterday. We were surprised with new evidence that we had long sought, and based on those things, we moved for the court to order a mistrial.
All right, thanks, Mr. Kitchens. Mr. Stubbs, anything to add?
No, Your Honor, I join in that motion.
All right, Mr. Bates.
Your Honor, obviously the state of Mississippi objects to it. Obviously there was a disc of an interview that was conducted that the defense clearly has asked for it, the state has to. We had hearings about discovery back, I think, in June of this year. Had meetings with the defense and the state of Mississippi with the investigator about discovery, and I will also say this for the record, the defense asked for it last week, if any and all, and we asked again, and to say it was shocking at the moment in the middle of trial is be an understatement. I do not believe that interview, and really, I feel like I need to depict it, it's him writing a statement on there. And I know there are other issues being, if that's missing, what else is missing? I do understand that. Your Honor, the state of Mississippi objects to it. I will also, just for the record, I know Rule 615, I'm the one that invoked it. I would like to have had DeMontario in here to listen to what happened. I made the decision they need to go out to protect the integrity of his testimony at the next trial.
I think that was likely a wise decision, Mr. Bates. During Detective Fernando's testimony, and it's been the subject of motions, he's a very important witness in this case. The court ruled in limine preliminarily that the shell casings found, I believe, in the home were not admissible. And furthermore, that, and everybody agreed on this, both parties, that Mr. Bates, in fact, the defense gave Mr. Bates the ability to essentially ask a leading question, and that is, did you find any handguns in the house? They agreed not to object. The question was asked, and once again, Detective Fernando blurted out, no, but we did find long guns, which was also excluded in limine in a preliminary hearing. And then we get to his testimony, and wherein there's a disc of the victim, Mr. Gibson, writing a statement, and I haven't watched it. I don't know what was on it, and candidly, that really doesn't matter. We don't get to say, oh, well, the rule got violated, but it wasn't that big a deal. That's a decision. It's got to be turned over. In pretrial discovery, it was not turned over. I have no idea whether there were other things that weren't turned over. And I can assure you, no one hates a mistrial more than the court, because once again, we are in the position of coming back here, doing the same thing, and we've essentially spent 3 days that end up being wasted time and effort. But under the circumstances, and I'll quote the totality of the circumstances, between in limine matters that were testified to, I had to twice admonish the jury to ignore, or once, Mr. Kitchens didn't want me to do it once. Once I had to admonish the jury to ignore some of Mr. Fernando's testimony because it wasn't supposed to come out. And the failure to turn over matters in discovery is just something that can't be ignored. In 17 years, I don't think I've ever seen it happen, but it happened here. And with great reluctance, the court has no choice in this matter but to grant the motion for a mistrial. I should have said if you can't control yourself, I usually give people a chance to leave the courtroom if they can't control their emotions. Obviously, one person didn't, and look, I know this is emotional. I can promise you, nobody hates this any worse than I do. And so, at this time, I think we're going to ask everyone to, let's let the spectators leave, and we'll hold the jury. At this time, you are free to go.